It is time to get on a boat and go figure out what the kids are up to. Let's check out this review for Endeavour number one. Hello, everyone. Dave here from the Next Issue podcast. Today, we are boarding a ship of horror and human nature with the new Distillery book, Endeavour number one. This is a new prestige format debut from Stephanie Phillips and Mark Lamming. Think Lord of the Flies meets Jello Jackets set in the open sea. And in this video, I'll walk you through everything that's going on, including the creators, the story, the themes, some reactions from myself as I have read the first issue, and also what else to watch out for. So let's set sail and get into it. As I mentioned, this is written by Stephanie Phillips, who you may know from Life from Distillery, Harley Quinn, Grimm from Boom Studios, which is coming to a close very soon. So you want to check out that series. We also have interiors by Mark Lamming. Uh, Joshua Hickson and some others do other covers as well. Lilo Rich is doing the colors, and Tom Napolitano doing letters. This is a 48-page prestige issue, like most of the Distillery books. So let's get into it. In Endeavour number one, a modern day tourism company offers ultra wealthy clients a luxury voyage abroad, a near accurate recreation of the 18th century vessel, the HMS Endeavour. Now, the twist, something catastrophic happens on the voyage. The adults are mysteriously killed or maybe just incapacitated. We don't really know what's going on yet. And seven children are left alone, adrift on the ship with no adult supervision. Their survival depends not only on navigating the literal seas and dwindling supplies, but also navigating social breakdown, alliances, betrayals, and their primal instincts. What I think makes this book compelling is that the story itself frames as a recollection by one of the children, right? We're seeing this from a specific point of view, and you already sense that maybe there are some survivors, maybe there were some betrayals, and some unsolved mysteries are still lurking beneath the surface. This is a survivor thriller, a horror tale of morality, not really a fantasy or superhero comic. So I like that it's a lot more grounded than some of the other work from Phillips, but it still really, really works. I remember when I read the Ashcan originally, I thought this was a very engaging story, and now that I've read the full issue, that just continues to expand. It leans heavily on familiar narratives, like I mentioned, think Lord of the Flies, especially because of the kids aspect of it. I was also thinking Battle Royale, but there's really not as much violence as that, so I didn't want to put that out there because it's not really what it is. At least not for the first issue. Um, there's a haunted history here, a mystery, and then of course like the psychological tension of everything that's going on. I really like that Phillips incorporates a lot of historical elements to her stories. It is just kind of woven into the narrative as an almost like another presence in the book. The legacy of the original Endeavor. It's kind of invoked as this dark mirror to what's going on in the current day of the book. Um, in the landscape of modern comics, I think this sits just in something that is kind of pushing the boundary of horror and thriller. And it's asking like, if civilization collapses, what is going to be left? So um, let's get into a little bit more of what's going on in the book. I think introducing the idea of this replica of this boat is a really fun concept. And just there's a lot of dark history behind this ship. We meet the some of the adult passengers and their children, with really the hints of like the privilege, right? But there's also some tension even before anything goes wrong. They all have like their secret agendas, and there's power imbalances with the kids. So it's really interesting. So as we kind of get to know the narrator as this is going on, we get to see that maybe this is going to be told from a very specific point of view. And then as the disaster strikes and the adults are gone, the children just find themselves all alone in the ship, and they must start grappling with the reality that they have limited supplies. The seas are stormy, and their mental states are just deteriorating because they are children. So they all kind of react differently to it. There are hints of like betrayal coming up. The social dynamics start to fracture between them. Alliances, secret motives. Like think like Survivor, but on a ship with children. I don't know if you remember there was a reality show with kids that got canceled because That's just kind of messed up. So in the comic book world, you can really go and really pursue and push that idea. So there's really haunting imagery as well, but also Lamming just drawing all of the stuff happening in the water. It's very, very cool imagery as well. I like that a lot. I like the look of the ship. The kids, they all kind of look very different, especially as their state, their look deteriorates because they are survivors of this ship. And it really just asks the question, who is going to survive? And is there any more secrets hidden about the ship, about betrayal, or any other mystery? What the heck happened to everyone else, right? All that stuff. So I like the touch. I like that the book touches on a lot of those themes of like civilization versus the primal survival instinct, and what happens when society vanishes, like people just reverting to a more primal stage, the privilege versus the inequality, and how those tables can be turned once the wealth is kind of evaporated, as social standings kind of revert to a different form. And then of course this is all being told from a very specific point of view, so like how much can we really trust this narrator? Like, is it hindsight, is this memory? Like, so it's very interesting. It's a very interesting way to set this up, though. I think that we have a lot more stuff coming out from the Dstlry, so this is a really fun book to get into. So if you have not checked it out, I really recommend you check this out. These are really fun to pick up. So let's go check out some of the variant covers, and then we'll wrap up this video. So here we have the main cover, and now all of these are wraparounds, but this website doesn't really support that format. But you can check out what they look like fully on the Dstlry website. We have this Matteo Scalera cover, which is fantastic, and you get to see more of the kids here. Um, this is the Matthias Bergara 1 in 10 ratio cover. This almost looks like a painting. It's beautiful. I'm gonna have a hard time choosing my cover. We have another Mark Lamming 1 in 25 ratio cover. This Josh Hickson cover, which is a little bit more violent than the previous covers. And then, of course, a blank variant cover. So ultimately, I think Endeavour number one lives up to its promise. It will stand out in the survival horror genre. Smartly weaving historical dread, psychological tension, character drama. I think it really just nails this setup, especially for future issues. We're gonna have to just maintain that and play around with it. So it's a strong, strong launch issue. A lot of these distillery books are usually 3 to 4 issues long. So I'm gonna say keep an eye on how the children fracture into different factions, and also try to pick up clues on what secrets some of the adults might have been hiding, and then maybe try to figure out the mystery of the ship. So if this got you excited and if you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the link, subscribe, and in the comments tell me what other survival stories have you are you familiar with, like Battle Royale, Lord of the Flies, Yellow Jackets, or maybe even in the comments. Let me know, and I challenge you to guess what the twist is for this book. So you can leave it down in the comments. And of course, thank you for watching, and stay tuned. We have a lot more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Bye bye.